SwissBorg is the official partner of my channel where you can buy, sell, hold and more importantly stake your cryptocurrencies. You can even earn yield on your stablecoins. Sign up with my link and you'll earn up to $100 worth of their native token CHSB just for depositing €50 worth of crypto. SwissBorg! Hello everybody, quick video for you here, whether or not it's something you've seen, but I've recognised that over the last couple of weeks EGLD has actually got a reasonable setup. Now this is a setup in a very bearish environment. We're talking about the overall environment here, so Bitcoin dribbling basically all the way down to potentially next week or the next few weeks, maybe even breaking down from this area. So for the moment we're still within this range that we've been in since June, so we're still there. Yeah, with the 4-year cycle suggesting that a new low or a low should be put in anywhere from September to December, I'm thinking that this is likely to at some point down the line over these next few weeks and months put in a new low at a lower zone, and that's not just because of Bitcoin. That's because of the S&P and all major indices all dribbling as well below, for the most part, their 200 weekly moving average. So that again is kind of a big deal, but we're talking about this on the live stream, and I will get onto EGLD. We're talking about this on the live stream. If you just think about this from the top to where I think potentially the bottom is going to be for the S&P, 2,900. It's only really a 40% pullback, and if we just zoom out and put it on a log scale as it is here and just have a look at what it really means, it is simply just another one of these, and 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 another one of these. These things happen every now and then, and effectively it's not the end of the world, but it would be another 20% drop from where we are at right now to the low. So that, you would only imagine, would be increased from Bitcoin's perspective, maybe even doubled. So we'd be looking for a 40% pullback on Bitcoin, which roughly takes us down to this area that we've more or less earmarked, more or less, which is about 11,000, 12. So around those kind of zones. So you got to excuse my my rough voice this morning. Got a bit of a cold. So with all of that in mind, recognise that we are like juggling with fire really when you come into play in altcoins. But there are some altcoins that are slightly better than others. So we watched this a few weeks ago as we made ourselves this huge big run up and formed a golden cross on both exponentials and simple moving averages. And then we were saying, look, if this comes down to retest this golden cross, there's a chance that it'll perk up and it's the sort of setup that you would want to take advantage of. Now that big dump did take place across all boards. That was the day before and of the CPI, and then the big rebound took place. And lo and behold, EGLD almost made a new high on this run just yesterday, or just on the last 4-hour candle body actually, so 8 hours ago. So what we're looking at now is that there is actually a buy signal. There is a pump signal that was generated around this level, which is still in play as far as I can see. And if we just extend this to the higher term time frames, we'll start with a 12-hourly. We also have a pump signal that was generated around these levels as well. So not too different to where we are right now. 55 is where it was generated. We're currently sitting around 56. So not much different. And you'd be looking for this to pump up to at least 58 to 59. And if we just extend that over to the daily, we would likely see a pump signal generated on the daily term time frame with closures above 58 to 59. Excuse me. So there is like a chain of events which could take place here that leads EGLD up to actually some serious moves from where we are right now. Now I wouldn't go crazy on this, expecting the moon, or expecting, you know, maybe probably not even expect around these areas here, 80, which is where our 200 moving average is. I'll probably be looking at the next major area of significance, which would be this over here, which is about a 20% move, which most people will probably complain about, but actually the 20% move in this kind of environment's not all that bad. Now it is, like I say, heavily risky when we're thinking about the S&P, we're thinking about Bitcoin, we're thinking about major big pullbacks across the board. You have to think about all of that when it comes to trade something like EGLD or anything, because it's not the one chart that can defeat all. Sometimes that does happen. We've seen that with quant, haven't we? But it's not very common, and I wouldn't expect this to be able to fight back a global meltdown. But in the short term, it looks reasonable. So So long as Bitcoin and S&P, I suppose, on the daily don't look particularly nasty, EGLD has that chance really to start pumping up to that 20% target, roughly give or take 69 to 70. And if we go further from there, then fair play. Now, me personally, I'm only bringing this to your attention because there are certain charts which look quite good, this being one of them. But the time to enter this would have been on the retest of the golden cross, whether that be here or here. You get golden crosses in simples and exponentials. Not particularly here. So again, this is more of an observation on certain coins which do have good setups, but as far as me looking to get the best bang for my buck, it would have been around here, obviously, which would have been a 10% move from where we're at right now, which would have yielded close to a 40% move to our major target, which we've highlighted. But for those who hold this, I suppose this is what this video is probably going to be for. For the people who are holding EGLD, then there's a good chance that you will see some upside on this. That might not require, excuse me, Bitcoin to continue up, as long as it just doesn't go down, basically. So there are, like I say, a few coins which have similar kind of setups. It's up to you whether you bite the bullet and take the play. If you were to do it, I wouldn't put too much into any trades at the moment. I would be really honestly thinking about the bigger trade which is likely to come over the next couple of months, and all the trades that will follow on after that. When I'm really honestly feeling very, not confident it would be the right word, but I'm eyeing up a situation of capitulation across all boards. So we've got VIX above, we're looking for VIX above 40 at least, and then S&P, Nasdaq obviously to break down to major supports, pre-pandemic highs, and then maybe a little lower than that. Obviously Bitcoin going down into the mid to low teens, and altcoins basically resting wherever it is that they fall. And it's at that point where I would seriously start jumping on the bandwagon again, buying up anything, and not anything, but all the things that I've been really wanting to buy, hold in the stake for a long period of time. And EGLD might be one of them. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't really thought about it as far as a long-term play is concerned, but in the short term there is a domino effect situation that could start to take place with different time frames on EGLD, leading all the way up to a 20% pump from where we're right now. But I'll tell you now, I'm not playing it. I'm not going to play it. Right, I'm going to watch watch some kids TV now and try and drink some more Lemsip because I'm feeling a little bit groggy. And I hope you have a nice rest of your weekend and take it easy.